Greg Denning here. Man, I am fired up. I just got out of two awesome mentoring sessions, and we were talking about having a destination, right? Where is your life going? We've got to have a target. Because if you don't, we're just going to drift. Think about this beautiful sailboat on the ocean, sails down, hands off the wheel and the rudder, and just letting the winds and the waves drift you. Where are you going to end up? You end up smashed against some rock somewhere, or sinking in the ocean. I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to end up here. So we've got to have a destination. We've got to have a target. And so one of the questions I love to ask is this. Go to the end of your life, even go to your funeral. In one sentence, what do you want said about you at your funeral? And take the time to do that. Like, seriously, pause this if you have to. Make the time to do that. Sit down and write, like, in one sentence, what is it that you want said about you when you end, right? When it's all over, when you're done, looking back, like, what do you want said about you? And that gives you this you get to begin with the end in mind, right? And you get to go to this place of like, okay, I'm looking back now. How do I want to have lived my life? Caring, loving, giving, sharing light, serving, making the most of myself, reaching for my potential, right? Those are some of the answers we often get. And we get there by looking back. Now, even more importantly, the second follow-up question is, even more important than what you want other people to say about you is this. What will you think of yourself? Whoa, right? What will you think of yourself? When you get to the end, you'll know what you thought, you'll know what you've done. And you'll give this accounting to yourself. So on the last hour of the last day of your life, you get, okay, here it is. What will you think of yourself? And the reason we do these awesome activities is so we get in our minds to think, yeah, that's the kind of person I want to be. And that's the kind of seriously awesome sauce life I want to live. And we've got to plan it out. We've got to map it. We've got to see it when you get out there. So then you say, okay, I know who I want to be. I know how I want to live. Like I want to take those adventures, right? I want to make sure my relationships matter. I want to spend my time doing great things. Like lead my life where I want to go instead of just letting life happen to you. Oh, but we get to choose. So you say, how? Okay, well, how do I do that? Now, I got a picture. You've done those writing activities. You thought through it like, okay, now how do I actually do that? How do I get to that destination? One of the best ways to do that, right now, and I want you to do this, is take a minute or two or 5 or 60 and write down all the things that are most important to you. Just capture this big list of the most important things. So buzz through those, pause this if you have to or stop and do it. Write out the most important things. And then once you've got that list, go back through and do it. Like if we don't do it, it doesn't stick. Like actually doing it makes it happen. Write it down and then prioritize them. Pick maybe the top 5 most important things in your life. Okay? Whoa. Now you got this picture, this big image, like these are the things that are really important to me. And these are the things that are the most important to me. The most common answers there are my relationship with God, my family, my faith, personal improvement, knowledge, growth, serving, making a contribution in the world, right? Really connecting with people, really making a difference, really striving to be my best and make the most of myself, right? To live adventurously. Those are the big things that make it on the list. So the follow-up question, see the sequencing here? We get to the end, we look back. We look back with others, with ourselves, then we list what's important, then we prioritize what's important, and here's the most important element. Now, I want to invite you to make commitments. Okay, and this isn't like, oh, if I get to it, if it's convenient, if I have time, like you make a commitment. Like I will do these things, and your character's on the line. Your integrity's on the line. You make a commitment to prove your priorities with your actions. Let me ask you a question here. If you were not allowed to speak, if we removed words, you weren't allowed to say, people could only observe your actions, what would your current actions reveal about your priorities? You can't say anything. Words are removed. You can't say it. What do your current actions reveal about your priorities? And I do this for myself all the time, right? What am I giving time and attention and energy and focus to? Well, those are my priorities. And I'm going to be totally honest here. If you're wasting a lot of time, you're actually proving that it's a priority to you to waste time. Whoa, right? Let that sink in. We're spending tons of time watching TV, playing video games, scrolling endlessly and purposelessly on the internet, or just doing nothing. Then the truth is that's actually a priority because you're doing it and you're doing it a lot. So it's a priority to you. And so this is where we step back and say, whoa, I'm calling myself out here, right? I'm going to commit. Integrity on the line, character on the line. I'm going to commit to prove my priorities with my actions. Boom. So let's go out and make that happen. Okay, and then you guys, if you need help with this, I've got tons of awesome resources on Facebook. I'm posting inspirational stuff and how-tos, obviously on the YouTube channel, and I'm posting it on my website, gregdenning.com, and courses on worldschoolacademy.com. I'm just giving you guys resources how to create a vision board, how to create a philosophy journal, how to come up with declarations and affirmations that help you reshape your mindset to start living the way you want to live. And literally, like all my resources, you guys, everything I do, this is my mission and purpose, is to help you live a seriously awesome sauce life on your own terms. You can do it. You can make it happen. Let me help you. Let's get out and live life because it's awesome. Reach upward.